Episode 28, Mindset Metamorphosis, Conquering Imposter Syndrome and Embracing Your True Potential, by Banwo. Opsy Bee's business was flourishing, but deep down, he struggled with a persistent fear, the fear that he was not good enough. Despite his successes, Opsy often felt like an imposter, doubting his abilities and fearing that others would discover he was a fraud. One evening, after receiving praise for a successful product launch, Opsy couldn't shake the feeling that he didn't deserve the accolades. He felt overwhelmed by self-doubt and decided to call Jay for advice. "Jay, I keep feeling like I'm not good enough, like I don't deserve my success. How do I deal with these feelings of imposter syndrome?" Opsy asked, his voice tinged with anxiety. Jay's response was empathetic.
Opsy, imposter syndrome is something many successful people experience. It's important to recognize your achievements and understand that you've earned your success through hard work and dedication. Surround yourself with supportive people and remind yourself of your accomplishments. Opsy knew Jay was right.
Determined to overcome his self-doubt, Opsy reached out to Mr. Parker for further guidance.
Mr. Parker, I've been struggling with imposter syndrome. Despite my successes, I keep feeling like I'm not good enough. How do I overcome this? Opsy asked during their coaching session. Mr. Parker nodded understandingly.
Opsy, imposter syndrome can be very challenging. Start by acknowledging your feelings and understanding that they're common. Reflect on your accomplishments and the hard work that led to them. Seek feedback from trusted peers and mentors and focus on continuous growth and learning.
Taking Mr. Parker's advice to heart, Opsy began to confront his self-doubt. He started by listing his achievements and reflecting on the effort and dedication that had brought him success. He also reached out to trusted friends and mentors for feedback and support. One afternoon, while reviewing his list of accomplishments, Opsy received an email from a follower.
Hi Opsy, I've been following your journey and find your story incredibly inspiring. How do you stay confident and overcome self-doubt? Best, Sophia.
Opsy smiled, recognizing the importance of sharing his journey. He replied honestly, explaining how he was working to overcome imposter syndrome by acknowledging his accomplishments and seeking support from trusted peers. As Opsy continued to confront his imposter syndrome, he noticed significant improvements. He felt more confident in his abilities and began to embrace his success. The supportive feedback from his peers and mentors reinforced his sense of self-worth and helped him focus on continuous growth. One evening, Opsy received a call from Maria.
Opsy, I've noticed you seem more confident lately. What changed? Maria asked.
I realized I was struggling with imposter syndrome and started acknowledging my accomplishments and seeking support. It's made a huge difference, Opsy replied, feeling more assured.
Maria shared her own experience. Imposter syndrome is something many of us face. It's important to recognize your achievements and keep growing. Keep up the great work, Opsy.
Inspired by his progress, Opsy decided to share his experience with his audience. He wrote a blog post about battling imposter syndrome and how it had transformed his approach to business and life. Dear readers, imposter syndrome can be a significant barrier to success. Acknowledge your feelings, reflect on your achievements, and seek support from trusted peers. This approach has transformed my mindset, and I encourage you to embrace your success and continue growing. Sincerely, Opsy Bee. The response was overwhelmingly positive. Many of his followers appreciated the practical advice and felt inspired to overcome their own feelings of imposter syndrome. As Opsy continued to build his confidence and overcome imposter syndrome, his business thrived. He felt more empowered and in control, knowing that his success was well-deserved. His audience noticed the change and appreciated the depth and quality of his content. One evening, as he prepared for another coaching session with Mr. Parker, Opsy reflected on his journey. He realized that overcoming imposter syndrome had been a crucial lesson, one that had strengthened his confidence and resilience. Mr. Parker greeted him warmly as he logged into the session. "Welcome back, Opsy. How are things progressing?" "Better than ever, Mr. Parker. Overcoming imposter syndrome has made all the difference. I'm excited for what's next," Opsy replied with a confident smile. Opsy Bee, the aggressive and highly motivated hustler, had learned the importance of overcoming imposter syndrome. He was not only building a successful business, but also ensuring it was based on a foundation of confidence and self-belief. The adventures ahead promised more opportunities to grow and succeed, and Opsy was ready to face them with a strong mindset. and a determined spirit.